Hi, this is Max from arbitragehero.com, and in this video I will quickly talk about different sourcing models and why I advise you to start with retail arbitrage and online arbitrage instead of going straight to private label or wholesale. So let's have a look at private label. With private label you have so many moving parts which you need to learn how to do, that it makes it very difficult for any new seller to succeed. So let's have a look at the steps which you need to learn and which are involved in private label. With private label, first what you need to do, you need to find a product, so you need to do product research. After that you need to find the supplier. Once you have found a supplier, you need to negotiate prices, etc. But once you have done it, what you need to do, you need to order a first test product. After you have received that test product and you like the quality of the product, what you need to do, you need to order a test batch of probably 100 units, or you can risk and order 500 units, but I would recommend you to order just test batch of 100 units, for example. Then you need to arrange an inspection, because it is one thing to make sure that one item was right, but it is a completely different thing to make sure that the whole batch which you have ordered of a good quality. So you need to arrange an inspection. Also, prior to ordering, you would need to think about the logo and also about packaging for your product. Also, you need to find a freight forwarder who is going to be dealing with customs, etc. Then you need to create proper images for your product, which is quite expensive process. It can cost from $500 to $1,000. Then you also need to create a listing for your product, and you need to create it properly with everything optimized so your product can be found on Amazon. After that, you need to send your products to Amazon. It is going to be done either by you, or it is going to be done by your prep center if you decide to use that. And finally, you need to learn how to run pay-per-click campaign on Amazon, so you can advertise your product, so you can get more sales. In addition to that, you also need to manage reviews for your product. You need to run certain campaigns and discounts to get those reviews, because otherwise your product will not be selling well. So as you can see, there are so many parts involved in that process, and all of those parts actually require some investment from you. And this process normally costs between $3,000 and $5,000, and everything goes smoothly and you get that money back, then that's fine. But quite often those products tank, and without experience, new sellers quite often fail to achieve any profits with that business model. So let's have a look at wholesale. With wholesale, what you need to do is you need to find wholesalers for the products which you want to sell. Then you get a price list from them, which you need to analyze and find profitable products. Once you have found profitable products, what you need to do, you need to add those products to Amazon. Basically you add your listings to Amazon, but the difference with private labels, you don't really have to create listings and optimize them. What you do normally with wholesale, you add products to existing listings, which makes this process very simple. Then you need to buy those products, and finally you need to send those products to Amazon. As you can see, that process is simpler. The only thing is that quite often it is more difficult to find suppliers for new sellers. And also some suppliers, they require you to spend more money, and what I have found with smaller wholesalers, you usually need to spend between 200 and 300 pounds, but with some wholesalers you can spend even less to order products from them, but they usually charge you for delivery. And finally, let's have a look at retail arbitrage and online arbitrage models. With both of these models, you usually go to stores, either to virtual stores or e-commerce stores or physical stores, and then you find products. Then you add those products to existing listings on Amazon as your own listings. And finally, you buy those products and send them to Amazon. As you can see, that retail arbitrage and online arbitrage are the simplest models which you can see here, and you can start retail arbitrage and online arbitrage with as little as a couple of $100 or pounds. And I would say with wholesale it would be 300 plus, and with private label it would be 3000 plus. Because of this, I personally recommend everyone who is about to start online business and Amazon business specifically to start with retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. Retail arbitrage is very simple. You simply go to stores, or when you are doing your groceries, you can just find some products which you can then resell on Amazon for profits. And with online arbitrage, you can also visit websites, and if you find some products which you can profit from on Amazon, then you can just buy them and sell them on Amazon. I will be covering retail arbitrage, online arbitrage and wholesale arbitrage in this course in more details, but for now I hope that you now have a better understanding of different sourcing models which exist on Amazon, and you see why I think it is better to start from bottom and then move up on the ladder of your sales on Amazon. I hope this video was useful, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.